Alright, so we back with another video, giving y'all the best badge setup for every single build, whether you're a guard, whether you're a big guard. I guess big guard and guards are kind of the same thing, but we're gonna give y'all the best badge setup for every single category. Now, defense might have multiple, but pretty sure that all these should be similar for some of them. Now, shooting gonna have spot up in a guard one, obviously. Playmaking gonna have, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, you get the gist. So, if you guys do want more videos like this, all I need y'all to do is like the video, subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop into it. So after it, we're gonna go from finishing down to shooting to playmaking to defensive. We're just gonna go down the list like that. So pretty much for this one, I just try to get as many badge points as possible while also be able to have all these badges Hall of Fame, so we can just do this all real quick and simple for y'all boys. So when it comes to the regular, we're gonna do a big one for their own. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. But when it comes to the badge, I would probably core posterizer. Then I would go bully. And that's even if I had slithery. If I had, you know what I'm saying, if I had slithery down here, you know, I'll probably go like this. I'll probably go posterizer or bully. Then when it comes to these badges for the tier 2, the best one that you're gonna get is limitless takeoff. But if you don't get limitless takeoff, you're gonna go fearless finisher. It's just a fact. You're gonna go fearless finisher. Area wizard would be the next one. I don't really find master to be a badge that you really should be putting on unless you're just very toxic. For tier 1, the best one is slithery. Then after slithery, the next one I will go is acrobat. Then after that, I would probably go like a pro touch. But if you're not using like the shot timing, don't go with that. But if you don't know how OP pro touch is, it gives you a significant boost to making layups this year. Like, that's significant. So that's the deal this year. So that's the order of the badge I would go for like the guards. You don't really have too many badges to work with. So let's go ahead and just go over like how we would do it for like the first 10. So for the first 10, this is gonna be this is limitless. This is how I would do it on my slashers. For my slasher, this is how I would do it. So these are 10 right here. So now I'm able to put on a tier 3 badge and I can go bully. But do I actually need both of these badges on a, you know what I'm saying, like a regular guard or slasher build? Rise up maybe, but nah, I don't. So I'm gonna go fearless finisher. I'm gonna go area wizard, and then you can go acrobat. That's a perfect one for me. You know what I'm saying? That would be a perfect badge setup for me as a slasher. If I could actually get all these badges at max capability, that's how I would do. But my priority would go posterizer, then limitless takeoff, then slithery, then like a bully. Then I would probably go, for next one is really just preference between acrobat, area wizard, or fearless finisher. Depending on your playstyle, if you're doing like a lot of like euro, hop step, cradle, anything like that, but for trying to dunk it, I would go acrobat. But if you're doing a lot of like, if you feel like you're doing a lot of layups, go for fearless finisher. And then if you feel like you're doing a lot of alley-oops or putbacks, go for area wizard. It's kind of pretty much that simple. That's kind of how I would do it. It is not really anything complicated to that. Now, we're just gonna reset this real quick. For the bigs, when it comes to the bigs, this is where it can be a little iffy. I still think for the bigs, limitless takeoff is really good, but I would probably go area wizard now for bigs because I feel like lobs are just more important for bigs. Now, next, I would probably end up going with like, I'd probably try to go for like a limitless silver or a masher. It's really on you. I feel like limitless is gonna be a little bit more important, and then I would go like a rise up and put this to a core. Even on bigs though, if you don't know, bully is really good. Fast switch is really good. If you do get posterizer, you actually can put all these to Hall of Fame. If you wanted to do that on a big, you actually could put these all to Hall of Fame. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna really be able to have all these Hall of Fame, but I'm just showing you guys the order. I would go rise up first on a big, then bully, then fast twitch, then posterizer, in that order. Now, actually, some people, they may need fast twitch more than they need bully, but I would go like that. Now, for these other 8, I would go there. And then for the next ones, I probably would still try to get like a slithery on my big. But if you feel like you would need back down punisher or want it, you can go there. And then what you do with these last 2, I'd probably go either there or here. Just that simple. It's not nothing too difficult for the bigs. It just really depends on how you want to do it in terms of what's important to you. Now for some bigs, depending on your height, all these tiers are gonna change. So depending on how tall you are as a big, you might not even get limitless takeoff as a tier 2. It might even be a tier 1. You know, so some of this stuff can be subject to change, even for like the slashers. Like I know a lot of slashers, limitless takeoff is not gonna be tier 2, slithery is not gonna be a tier 1. Those are most likely gonna be your tier 3s. You're probably just not gonna be able to put those on. 9 out of 10, you're probably not gonna be able to put those on. So for those cases, fearless finisher, aerial wizard, giant slayer, acrobat, pro touch, those are your friends. Those are your friends at that point. But I would definitely still say you want to go with like a posterizer or bully on your slasher, and then figure out what tier 1 and tier 2 badges you would actually want or need. All right, now we're moving on to the shooting. So we're gonna do one for the guards and we're gonna do one for the spot ups. Now I'm gonna just include locks, spot ups, bigs, all in their own little category because y'all are kind of pretty much similar. Now another thing that you got to understand again when it comes to the shooting, these tiers are subject to change depending on your height. So depending on your height, you might get agent 3s in a lower tier. You might get certain badges in a lower tier. Now, that's on you, but yeah. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So for the core badge, every single time, I probably would go limitless range. For guards, you might actually need agent 3s more than you need limitless range. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna be honest, for guards, you really need all these. You really need all these, because after my badge tier list video, a lot of people showed me or told me that agent 3s is way more than just pull up spin jumpers, which it is. It's for pretty much anything time you shoot off the dribble. So if you do like a quick stop, if you do a hop back, it's pretty much stop and pop alongside rhythm shooter, alongside circus 3s from last year. So very, very good badge in NBA 2K23. So yeah. That might actually be the more important core badge. I would then go like, I'll probably go green machine and then go here for my 10 badge to get to agent 3s. And then if I really do want to go for my next badge, it would probably be limitless range. One of these are going to be your core badges. Really depends on your preference. I probably would go limitless range still, but you probably would go for agent 3s. Now that we got those first couple badges out the way, now what is going to be the next most important badge to go next? I would probably say amped. Amped is a very important badge this year for guards because the stamina issue is a big deal. If you haven't been playing 23, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, stamina issue is a really, really big issue this year. Then when it comes to the next badge, depending on where you're playing, clutch shooter is very important. Combat kit is a very good badge. But honestly, as a guard, I really do feel like you want to go with one of these shot contest badges. So if you are a screen user, I would say blinders. But if anybody else, ISO and all that, I would definitely say Deadeye. Just going bronze. It makes a difference. It may not make a difference on your shot contest, but the ability to green contested shots are significantly improved when putting these badges on. So as a guard, I probably would say you want to go there. You may have to lower something. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. It is what it is. Now for the spot ups. What badges would you want to core? As a spot up, I feel like you're automatically gonna core limitless range. Limitless range is just much more important than agent 3s as a spot up, in my opinion. But honestly, a lot of spot ups do have catch and shooters in their tier 3s, I believe. But if you're a spot up, it's pretty easy for you. You're gonna go catch and shoot. You're gonna go Claymore as your core, as like your first 10 badges. Now for the next one, it's very simple as well. You're gonna go green machine. Very, very simple. Not really anything difficult about that as well. Now for the next badge, I would go here, and that's a badge that you really will want to have. You will also want to have this corner specialist. Those are just all badges that you would really want to have. Now for a spot up, I feel like Deadeye is of the utmost importance. You know, but if you guys did want to like take a hit here and there on certain badges, maybe you don't feel like you need this. Maybe you feel like you don't need this Hall of Fame. Maybe you feel like you don't need this Hall of Fame. Now you can go Hall of Fame there. That's kind of how I would do it. Now, depending on the order, I would say tier 3 badges are probably more important, but for spot ups, having catch and shoot, having Claymore, having corner specialist, having green machine, having all those badges to just be able to shoot are just more important than these contest badges this year, because a lot of people just need that help to shoot. So I would say going like this are going to be very important, you know. Now, if you want to go like this and then go like a bronze, you could. But in my opinion, the only badge that actually does anything to the contest is guard up. So if you just want to have less contests on your jump shots, just go guard up. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go bronze. That's probably how you could do it if you were a spot up. That's probably the better way to do it as a spot up. And that's what I would recommend for spot ups, for locks, or bigs. All right, next is the playmaking. And again, when it comes to these tiers, if you don't know how the tiers work, the higher the tier, the more badge points it's gonna cost. But again, these tiers are subject to change depending on the height. And also, there are other badges that are just more important. Now, all right, so we got to try to do about 3 for these, because you got the guards this year, you got the big guards this year, and then you have like just everybody else. So it's gonna be kind of tough, because big guards, they don't need like a mismatch expert, but guards, you might need mismatch expert this year. Now, mismatch expert does more than, like, these descriptions this year don't really tell the full story for a lot of these badges, so I just want to make sure that's known. So yeah. All right, so for the core badge, obviously gonna be handles for days, as auto. That is very much auto, no question. Quick first step, auto. I didn't mean to do that, bro. I hate that way that works. But yeah, quick first step, we're gonna throw that back on. Unpluckable, we're gonna throw that back on. Handles for days, we're gonna throw that back at the core. Now, when it comes to what badge is the most important, now mismatch expert, if you don't know, it actually does help with shot contests on bigs. I've tried it, and in my experience, it makes a difference. Not only does it make it easier to like tape people's ankles, but it actually does make a difference on being able to shoot over certain defenders. Now, also another badge that you really want to have is Vice Grip, because this is really an important badge to stop you from getting bump stolen. So if you feel like you ever get bump stolen, Vice Grip is a very important badge. Unpluckable is a very important badge. Now, I see a lot of people saying, don't even throw an Unpluckable, it doesn't work. Bro, do not take those people's advice. I'm be honest with you, bro. I had no Unpluckable on my 6'9". I was getting like 9 turnovers a game. Like legit 5 to 9 turnovers a game. People just wouldn't even bump steals. They would just come up to me and just take the ball. They would just poke it. Literally be with actual steal animations every single time. So I don't recommend doing that. You want to put Unpluckable as high as possible for whatever build you get. For sure. Vice Grip, same thing, bro. It's going to be very important for a lot of situations. So I just want to make sure that's clarified off the way. All these badges that you see on the screen are badges that you need to have. You must have. If you don't have it, you are trolling. Now, when it comes to the order or priority of these tier 3 badges that you see on the screen. Now, Clamp Breaker also is a badge to pretty much, like it says, protect the ball so that you don't get bump stolen. So this is a badge to help you blow by people, fight off contact, and all that. So even if your build doesn't have the craziest strength, you will be able to put this badge on and really negate the strength thing that a lot of locks have this year. So Clamp Breaker is a very important badge. I'll probably throw that at there. But these other, bro, these playmaking tier 3 badges are really important. Even a badge like Mismatch Expert, like I said, it does help you when it comes to shot contests. In my experience, when you're going against taller defenders, which is a really big deal in this game, perimeter shot contest, going against taller defenders when you're like 6'3", like it's really tough to get your shot off and it not be contested. So Mismatch Expert is a very good badge to have on. But killer combos is quick chain, but also tight handles. You'll take people's ankles at a crazy rate if you throw on killer combos. Like you'll take them, you'll stun people at a crazy rate. You can put people, you can force people into screens, all type of stuff, bro, with killer combos. So, man, it's really kind of tough, bro. I feel like for the small guards, Mismatch Expert is the most important because just the shot contest that people get consistently on these guards is just too good. It's too consistent. It's just too consistent. Now, for the next one, I don't know if you necessarily need killer combos. Yeah, you do speed boost out of like your combos a lot faster with quick killer combos. Yeah, you do stun defenders. But the fact that this is like going to protect the ball even more, which when bump steals is such a big deal, I'll probably say Clamp Breaker. But you can go either or. That's all preference. Now, if I was doing it though, I would go Mismatch Expert because I do feel like that is just a need right now. Right now, it's just a need. Now, the thing is, you also need hyperdrive this year because hyperdrive is what allows you to pretty much dribble much faster. Whether you're speed boosting or whether you're just dribbling up the court, you dribble significantly faster when just having hyperdrive. So right here, we're just gonna go in order of what I feel is the most important, next most important. So we're gonna go hyperdrive. The next badge I would say is bailout. Bailout is a great badge to have. Now, depending on what you're playing with, if your teammates struggle hitting shots, this is really going to be like the passing badges. So whether you feel like your teammates are struggling to hit shots, you will go dimer. My experience with Diamond is just not good, but if you can get Hall of Fame Diamond or Gold, throw that on for sure. But after that, I would go neither threader. Now, you're not gonna have 32 badge points all the time, but you can get an extra 4, so you're gonna have to really finagle. The playmaking is kind of one category I find myself needing more badges on no matter what build I make. I'm gonna be honest, this is the category that 9 times out of 10 I find myself needing more badges every single time. Whether I'm making a guard, whether I'm making a big guard, whether I'm making a big, it just doesn't matter. I need more playmaking 9 times out of 10. All right, now for my big guards. For my big guards, this is very simple. You're gonna go quick first step. You're gonna go unpluckable. Those are the autos. Now for the next one, I would say clamp breaker. I would say clamp breaker, and then you would go hands for days. Which one of these you do core, it does not matter. You don't really need mismatch expert. You don't really need killer combos for the big guards. 9 times out of 10, mismatch expert is actually gonna be like a tier 1 badge as well. So just want to make sure that's known. But we're gonna just core hands for days for now. Now, when it comes to the next badges, we're gonna just do it again, kind of the same way. Now, vice grip, you're gonna need that as well. So let me go ahead and throw that in the need area. But clamp breaker, you throw this on alongside a lot of the other badges, very, very broken, especially for the big guards. Like you put this on with masher and bully, like you're just OP. I'm gonna be honest. Now, we're gonna put this in order of importance again. I would say hyperdrive. Then for the big guards, a lot of the big guards don't have the pass accuracy that the small guards have. So I would find needle threader to be more important than bailout. Then I would go bailout. Then I would go dimer. That's the importance I would go. Now, you want to be putting these badges as high as you possibly can, 9 times out of 10. Now, you can try to find the best bang for your buck at these badge tiers. But no, each tier gets significantly better on NBA 2K23. So I just want y'all to understand that every single time. But yeah, bro, the playmaking this year is very, very tough, bro. It's very, very tough. You're not going to be able to just settle and expect to have this or expect to have that. Now for the bigs. For the bigs, I'm going to be honest, it's very simple. It's very simple. If you can get quick first step, if you can get unpluckable, those are very important. I would say for the bigs though, unpluckable, vice grip, those are really only 2 badges you need for real. As a big, the next badge I would go is needle threader, I would go post playmaker, I would go break starter, and anything else, anything else is extra. So if you could get like I would probably say a bailout is up there too, but it's not necessary, you know, it's just not necessary. It's something you want, but you don't need it. Then when it comes to quick first step, I would say this is the next step, and those are the only badges that, like, those are the only badges you can really even fight to have. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably just end up coining this, and then we have 4 more left over for the bigs. I guess at that point you could go with a floor general to help your guards. It's really on you. But I'm gonna be honest, for the bigs, it's not nearly as difficult as it is for the guards or the big guards, especially for the guards. The guards this year, you're gonna have a tough time like trying to figure out how many badges you really need, because it's really never gonna be enough, because there's a lot of badges that are really, really important on playmaking, especially with how good defense is this year. And honestly, I've been begging for 2K to make a game where defense is like the focus, because that's really where the game's gonna always be good, because there's 3 categories for offense, and if you're gonna really make defense be balanced, you gotta make that the overpower key. So that's kind of what 2K did this year. All right, so when it comes to the defensive, we're gonna do a lockdown one and a big one. Now they're gonna be 2 different ones, because it's really tough to have like Hall of Fame brick wall on a lockdown while also having Hall of Fame rebound chaser, while still having a Hall of Fame interceptor, Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to do it like on 2 different builds to get y'all the best badge setup for that. But when it comes to the best lockdown badge setup, it's not really too difficult. I'm gonna be honest. So for the first 10 badges, bro, the way 2K did it this year, they really trolled y'all. So on my 6'9", clamps, glove, interceptor, challenger, none of these are in tier 3. So for my 6'9", if you make a lockdown 6'9", you're able to make really, really crazy builds. So yeah, but since you have to get these first 5, I guess you gotta go chase down, and then you're gonna go like a pit dodger, but you'll still need 1 more badge. So with that 1 more badge, I guess we would then use that on workhorse, or I guess you could go ankle braces, but that's really on you. So yeah. Then when it comes to the badge that you really want the most, so the badge I would core right now easily would be glove. Glove is the most broken badge in the game right now for defense. I don't even know if it's really broken. A lot of guards are just trolling their unpluckable. Now, I've seen a lot of clips of people with Hall of Fame unpluckable. I haven't had that issue at all. When I play on my guard, compared to my 6'9", I get ripped significantly less. Whether I'm playing a 99 steal, a double team lock, a lot of people blitzing, it's just a significant difference, bro, of how I play on my guard and compared to my 6'9" when it comes to combating 99 steal and glove. So, yeah. Now, for the next badge for a lock, I would say would be this. I would say clamps. That's going to help you play the best on-ball defense possible. So, yeah. Then, when it comes to the next badge, if I can actually afford it, I would probably go... You don't really need Challenger that crazy this year because the shot contests this year are really good. Like I was talking about with small guards, the shot contests are very consistent. Now, I've seen some clips of people hitting heavily contested. I'm going to be honest, 2K, y'all got to calm that down. Either y'all got to calm them contests down, or I don't want to ever see nobody green or heavily. It should only be the lightlies. It should only be the lightlies, honestly. We don't want to have 2K18 all over again where people start to get good at the game and people are now starting to green anything. That's not the state of the game that I don't think 2K is going for. But yeah, this is pretty much like the badges I would go for. Now, say for I really feel like you need all these as a lot. Interceptor, glove, clamps, challenger. You need all these to an extent. Now, maybe you don't want to go Hall of Fame so you can get even higher, you know what I'm saying, higher badges on over here. But like, what are you putting it to? Like ankle braces, workhorse, Hall of Fame? Like, what are you putting it to? You know? So I guess you can go ankle braces or workhorse. You can even go here. I feel like box out beast is kind of an underrated badge this year for a lot of people because it's really good to like not be able to be swimmed around even if you don't have really the craziest rebounds. You just really have to have strength to put that on. But yeah, I would say just going bronze and just having these badges as high as possible is really going to be the way for you lockdowns this year. Now, again, you can get even more badges. So like, if you want to have 4 more badges on defense, you can go here, and then you can pretty much go for either you can go for workhorse or you can go for ankle braces, whatever that may be for you. That's what you should do. But for lockdowns, in my opinion, that's the order of importance and what I would do on my lockdown build. Now, on my 6'9", I probably would make a lockdown at 6'9". Now, that's pretty tall. You might be a lot slower, but the fact that I can now have interceptor, clamps, challenger, glove, and not have to be in a tier 3 where it takes so many more badges and have to waste a badge point on a badge I probably wouldn't use. It just makes more sense for me. All right, now for the bigs. All right, so for the bigs, you have very interesting badges. So for bigs, you don't really, for certain bigs, you can't even get clamps. You have to be 6'9" to get clamps. So you're gonna see a lot of badges that you can get on locks that you really just can't get on bigs, but you can get them on locks. So that's very interesting to me, but yeah, let's show you guys how we would do it. So for the first group of badges, I would say chase down artists, either chase down artists or box out beast. That's one of them that you would go with. Now, if you didn't feel like you need box out beast, then you can go with like a interceptor here, or you can go like here with interceptor, and that can be your 10. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things you can do. I know a lot of people probably just go like this and just be able to have it like that, and that be their 10, and they'll be fine with that. But yeah, now when it comes to the badge that you're gonna core, me personally, I'll probably core anchor. But they're all important. All of these are pretty important. Now, pogo stick is not of the utmost importance. So if you did want to end up going here, you did want to go here, go here, you can. You know what I'm saying? You still would have a badge left over. That is very easy to do as a big. You don't really need pogo stick this year. I tell y'all this all the time. You don't really have to jump this year. So playing hands up defense is really good this year, depending on how you make the build. Now, if you have Hall of Fame anchor, you're gonna have 99 block. But if you did neglect your interior defense, people will still be able to make a lot of shots on you. So I don't really know why 2K linked anchor to that attribute, even though it does improve your ability to block shots, but it improves your ability to protect the rim at a high level. So it's gonna get you better shot contesting paint, pretty much. So I really don't fully understand why 2K did that. But what I would say is, if you did want to go like that, you will have the 5, so you can go bronze. It would help you go for rebounds, block attempts, jump shots, and just keep jumping. And I heard pogo stick is really good this year. It's just like, I don't really find it the craziest of importance when you get pretty decent, consistent shot contests this year, in my opinion, from my experience. But I'd probably go like this. I don't really feel like you need that badge, I'm gonna be honest. But like, you're not getting a badge. I guess you could go try to get, but nah, you're not getting a badge. So I would just go like this, and that would be how I do it. The order, let me show you guys the order of importance. Let me just not do it. I would say first badge I'll put on would be Interceptor. Then I would go Challenger. Then I would go here. Then I would go here. I don't really see why you would even want that. I'll probably go like that. Or even, I'll probably even go like this. But I have heard that Workhorse does actually affect rebounds this year. So I actually might go like that. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That'd probably be the best way to go about it as a big. And that's probably the bad setup I would go for on my big man build. That would be the order of importance. I'd probably say as my big, I probably care the most about anchor because I want to get my shot test as fast as possible, be consistent as possible. Then I'll probably go with like a brick waller or rebound chaser. For the first couple badges, chase down artists and box out beats are going to be very important. Now, if you did want to go like there, gold, and then go here, Hall of Fame, you can do that. If you did want to take off Challenger and then go here, Hall of Fame, you could do that. It's a lot of things that you can really do to make yourself have the best one. But that's what I would do. This is just templates. All these bad setups for every single one of these categories and all these type of builds, they're just templates to give you guys ideas and help to make you guys the best bad setups possible. So yeah, all this stuff is gonna be subject to change, like I said, bro, depending on how tall you are. So depending on your height, you're gonna have a different tier 1, a different tier 2, a different tier 3. Like my 6'9", I get a majority of the best badges in the game, no matter what category, as a tier 1 or a tier 2. That's why I find the 6'9" so good on next gen. But for current gen, that's not of the utmost importance because you're like majority of the badges is gonna be depending on other things. So yeah, that's pretty much what I say. If you guys do want more videos like this, all you gotta do is smash break and store the like button, subscribe if you're new. That's gonna be the end of this video though. Share this video to anybody you think will help or enjoy. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. And out the bit, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!